Hey guys, this is Moriarty,
And Crypto Spook.
and today we're going to be playing an older but a good game called Kentucky Route Zero. And even when I say old, this isn't old, it's just not brand new.
Accuse Oils. I'm not entirely sure how to say that name.
Equisoils?
Is that I? It's so hard to tell. EQUU. The way it's written.
Well, there was also a part where it popped up on the screen in regular text immediately before
Yes,
this.
and I still couldn't read it. This is really cool. I really, really like this art style. It reminds me of cell shading a little bit. I
It's
think
cell shading without the cells, it's just shading. There's no deep dark lines, breaking everything up. It's literally just the shading colors.
the sound design on this so far is perfect.
The game is very cool. It's an adventure game, and it's a more of a traditional adventure game in that you click, point, click, point, click. There are, as you can see, branching conversation points in it, which is interesting. I haven't really seen that in a whole lot of clicking points, other than maybe like the Telltale games. I've heard nothing but good stuff about this game, and I decided, you know what, it's time that we try it out.
I like it. This is neat. This is really neat.
The entire game, as far as I can tell, and I won't lie, I have not completed this game yet. The entire game is all about finding the Kentucky Route Zero, right? And what it is and what's going on there and what the deep dark secrets are and it's kind of mystery and a little bit horror. It's similar to some of the other games that we've tried recently in, Oxenfree or, well, Telltale's The Walking Dead. If you've played that, there's some of that in there as well.
I am very intrigued by this game, and it makes me want to play it right now.
It's got a super cool aesthetic. I love everything about it. And it's also kind of, I don't know, it's got some interesting things that happen to it. Like there, when it goes dark and this guy goes 500 feet underneath this building to get into the basement.
This is so neat. It reminds me of like an old game, but it's new and everything's pretty and the physics on it are really interesting and the movement for it is like there's like a little it looks like a horseshoe and a horseshoe post and that's how you know where you're going.
Yep. Yep, that's exactly what it is, which is super neat, right?
It's super neat.
And there you go. He just throws out his little post, hits it with a horseshoe, and that's how he knows where he's going. But
What? Why are the basement people sitting down here in the pitch black? That is really creepy.
this game's got a little bit of creepiness to it.
Can you
And
imagine what you would do if you walked down into a basement and saw people sitting there not talking to each other, just quietly in the dark? I think I would probably run the hell away.
or assume that you're crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So this is part of the beginning, where you realize that not everything is exactly as it seems. And so, you go here to go look for their 20-sided die because they dropped it, which, by the way, is only visible in the dark.
Well, I didn't see it when you turned the light off either.
Yep.
Oh, I bet it's over there. No, that was your little thingy-majig. Aha! Look at that. A reassuring, comforting and he steals it! That's kind of
Well,
ignorant.
he didn't steal it. He just put it in his pocket. He has to take it back to them after all.
I sure. Oh, and then there's no one there.
So, see, it's not theft yet. Now it can become theft.
I think I would have kept it. As
That's
he said, it
because,
was a reassuring glow.
well, I guess you're just a different adventure player than me. Me, I'm not going to steal some ghostly character's, most important prized possession.
Do you want to get hainted? Because that's how you get hainted.
That is absolutely how you end up with a curse on your family for several generations. Until your great-great-grandkid can return the die, you know? Like, that's how you create stories like The Lord of the Rings, man.
Pretty much. That precious.
Yeah, so no, I'm not keeping the die. I'm sorry.
I think that you're wrong in that decision, and I can only imagine how this story may have differed had you only kept the die.
So what I'm hearing is that you would be the one who would be like, no, the ring can help humanity.
Absolutely it would.
Good. We've seen how that worked, right?
Yeah, that's just because they let it get above them, you know?
I see.
They let the ring take over. I'm pretty sure I could control it.
So, okay. The computer here starts to go a little wonky. It's another sign that the universe that this game is going on in, not everything's quite right. Your password is literally a poem, and it can be anything as far as I can tell.
What in the hell is going on with this computer? This is the password?
This is the password. In this particular case, sword fishing would actually work.
Okay. That's very strange.
Yes, and as you can see, password accepted.
That's a lot of spaces and capitalization, too.
Right? I mean, the most complicated password ever written down, and you can guess it.
That's pretty crazy.
Right? Altogether, though, if you don't like Oxenfree, you don't like Life is Strange, you don't like The Walking Dead or The Wolf Among Us, these are games, granted 2 of them are Telltale games, but these are games that are defining the current adventure series, the current modern adventure series. And if you don't like those, you're not going to like this.
I frankly have to say that I love this game. Could you imagine how awesome would it be to have a gas station shaped like a giant stallion head just down the street?
Yeah, that would be awesome. But if you don't like those type of games, you won't like this. That's really what it comes down to. It seems like maybe Crypto is being the one outlier in this particular statistic, simply because he did not particularly like any of those games.
I am, yeah. Absolutely. I mean, a lot of those other games, I was like, this is crap and boring and annoying. And this one is just charming and intriguing and very, very pretty.
Oh, well, maybe you were wrong about everything then, and all those other games are charming and pretty and interesting.
Nope, that's factually inaccurate.
I see.
So, there were instructions, and I guess... Okay, so you took... Oh, you're going to the Marquez farm instead? I thought you were trying to get to 0.
Yes, but to get to 0, you go to Marquez, and she tells you how to get... You didn't pay any attention.
I did not know. You're right.
You're just all like, oh, look at the pretty lights.
Yeah, kind of, a little bit.
So... I'm sitting here trying to actually, say something about whether or not somebody would enjoy this or not. And every time I do, you're just like, oh, look at the pretty lights.
I think anybody who did not enjoy this game, there's something wrong with you. I think that's the case. If you don't like it, there's something wrong with you. It's not the game's fault. It's your own fault. You need to examine your own soul.
All right. Now that is an incredibly strong statement coming from Crypto, who basically has no feelings.
And I hate everything. Don't forget that.
I will, before we go, I do want you to see this reveal, because I think it's super neat.
This is really neat. They did a fantastic job with this game.
It's one of those games that, like, you see and you look at the trailer for it and you go, I don't understand. It doesn't seem all that interesting. And
that's kind of strange that he just walked into this woman's house.
It's kind of strange that she's just standing there in the dark staring at the door.
Yeah, that's true. I imagine when you turn out the light, she'll be gone again.
No, but...
This has got to be like the afterlife or something. That's the only thing that explains this.
And maybe so. It could be. This is, to me, this is one of the... I don't know. When you watch the trailer for it, it's like, is it the Oregon Trail updated? Is this a zombie game? I legitimately thought this was a survival horror for, I don't know, a year. So, it's something that I think a lot of people have mischaracterized. They don't know what the game is. They're not sure what it is. They look at the trailer and they go, oh, it's a trailer. Because it doesn't really show them what you're getting into. And to be honest, with this kind of an art style, it ends up looking a little bit like a cutscene, the gameplay.
I will totally agree with that. And that is cell shading. I need to see more cell shading video games because it's just that good.
So the art style's got crypto hooked. I like the storyline. What do you think you're going to enjoy, or do enjoy? I'm sure a lot of you have already played this game. Go ahead and tell us we're wrong, because I'm sure we are, or let us know what to expect, because I have not quite gotten to Act 2 yet. Let me know what I should be looking forward to. Otherwise, there you go. That's Kentucky Route Zero.
And we will see you in the comments. Until the next one.